Tarot with Kat. I am Kat. I'm here every Monday and Wednesday morning. Every Monday I do readings for all the fire and earth signs, and every Wednesday I do all the readings for all the air and water signs. So today is Wednesday, October 8th. Welcome, and this will be the reading for Geminis for the week of October 8th through the 15th. So I do like to start every reading just really briefly talking about astrology, which I am not an astrologist, but I do follow the planets and keep up with the energies they're putting out and whatnot, because that is deeply connected to the energies that affect the tarot. So do watch some of my videos, some of my About Learn Tarot with Kat videos, where I talk about the tarot cards and explain them more. And it's usually not what anybody thinks in their mind what it is, and it's also really fun and educational, and you learn a lot of history as well. And if you're a card lover, you'll love it. Anyway, do check those out. So astrologically speaking this week, so we're moving deeper into Libra season. So there's going to be a great focus for everyone and also with the Aries full moon eclipse still reverberating from earlier. There's going to be this focus, energy given to communication. And then we've also got Mercury and Scorpio. So it's going to be bringing truths to light, truths coming to the surface. Everyone's going to be pushing for deeper emotional honesty and authenticity. Venus aspects Pluto midweek. And so that's going to stir some intense desires and karmic relationship themes for some people. It's a big week for revelations, for confrontation. So you got to be careful, choose your word wisely, for emotional breakthroughs. It's that kind of week for everyone, especially for the intuitive water signs and the very cerebral air signs, especially for those folks. So particularly to Gemini, this week is activating your 11th house, Gemini, and that is your house of community and connections. So you should expect meaningful conversations with friends, with colleagues, with collaborators that might help shift your perspective. You might have some shifts in perspective this week and see things differently than you ever had before. Mercury's deep dive into Scorpio is going to make you crave authenticity. Geminis, you will crave authenticity. So this surface level chit chat, won't do. And so about mid-October, it might also, you could also expect it might be a good time for a tech upgrade, or creative launch of something, a social media project. Mid-October, and every Wednesday I do all the readings for all the air and water signs. So today is Wednesday, October 8th. Welcome, and this will be the reading for Geminis for the week of October 8th through the 15th. So I do like to start every reading just really briefly talking about astrology, which I am not an astrologist, but I do follow the planets and keep up with the energies they're putting out and whatnot, because that is deeply connected to the energies that affect the tarot. So do watch some of my videos, some of my About Learn Tarot with Kat videos, where I talk about the tarot cards and explain them more. And it's usually not what anybody thinks in their mind what it is, and it's also really fun and educational, and you learn a lot of history as well. And if you're a card lover, you'll love it. Anyway, do check those out. So astrologically speaking this week, so we're moving deeper into Libra season. So there's Gemini. If you hear the more button, if you hit the more button and you expand the whole description of this video, you'll find a lot of different links and information, a lowdown of this reading for you, as well as biblical parallels that I've started adding for some of my family and loved ones that appreciate those. And so there's direct biblical scripture parallels to the tarot also, since it's all about universal truth and energy and God and love and all of that. All right, so this week, Gemini, you are, oh my God, Hanged Man. So you're coming up as the Hanged Man, and that's just about perfect. Because I said it, I think I mentioned something about a shift in perspective, looking at things from a whole new perspective. So that's you this week. I'm crossed by the Death card. You're being crossed by the Death card. One of the scary cards in the tarot. I've done an October video, scariest cards in the tarot deck, because there are some scary ones, and they kept me from reading tarot for people for a long time because I didn't want to explain or deal with it, and I didn't understand it well enough to not be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. But do check out my video, which I'll link at the end of this reading, of the scariest cards in the tarot. I had fun making that. Down below you in your subconscious, you've got a 9 of Wands. Stepping out of your immediate past, very beginning of October, was the moon. Wow. So this is why I also start with the astrology of what's happening when I do these general readings by people's zodiac signs, because the energies really do always jive. I lay this down and it still stuns me how it matches up. Crowning you right now, Gemini, is a Knight of Cups. Stepping into your immediate future this week is a Knight of Wands. Couple knights, okay. Action, movement, taking action. All right. In love and passion. Following your passions. Cool. We'll get into this in a minute. You will be feeling in your environment an 8 of Cups. Wowzers. This is so just completely jiving. Your environment is going to be giving you more wands. This 2 of Wands. Choice, a decision to be made. Exciting. You're in your hopes and fears realm here. Strength. Match another 8, matching the 8. You're hoping for that strength. Oh my gosh, it's kind of crazy how much this is nailing what's happening astrologically speaking, Gemini. So your final card for your final outcome, beautiful 6 of Wands. So you got all these gorgeous wands going on. You got some cups, some love and some passions, but you also got the Knight of Wands here, wands, and then a bunch of major arcana, moon, death, hanged man, strength, which matches the strength of the 8 of Cups down here. Beautiful, amazing spread, Gemini. Beautiful spread this week. Wow. All right, so now I like to also pull a confirmation card from my holographic Rider-Waite deck. Eventually, when I'm able to expand this channel, when I get more members and subscribers, I'll be adding more tarot. This is a few cards, so I'm going to tuck these back in here. I will be adding more styles of spreads that I can do, more extended reads, and also like other tarot decks, like the Thoth tarot deck. But for now, we're sticking with the classic Rider-Waite, and we're going to find that one, and there it is. That is a confirmation card, which we will leave hidden until the end of the reading, and it will clarify, confirm all this that we're saying that we got going on here, Gemini. So if at any time you have a feeling this is how this is ringing true, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you guys and hear how this is landing with you. So you are represented this week by the Hanged Man, and as I mentioned, the Hanged Man is looking at things from a whole new perspective. Interestingly, you're crossed by death. Okay, 10th major arcana. It is one of the scary tarot cards. It used to be the one that scared me the most. What do I do if the death card comes up? You must watch that video at the end of this where I go scariest cards in the tarot. But the death card very rarely is an actual physical death, number one. It's the dying of old ideas, especially old philosophies and thoughts. So when you're looking at everything from a whole new perspective, there's a dying away of your old point of view and your old perspective and your old ways. And that's what the death card is. So these so go hand in hand. I mean, death is 10th major arcana, and the Hanged Man is the 12th. 11 is, I believe, judgment. Yes. And then you have the Hanged Man. So you've gone through this death of your old way. You're starting to see things clearly, things more authentically, and you're totally changing your mind about some stuff. And that's the death card, saying goodbye to all the old thinking you're taking a new perspective. That makes so much sense. Down here below you, coming with you in your as part of your subconscious, your foundation, what you're carrying with you as part of you is all these wands. It's not exhaustion. This is a card of exhaustion. Wands are work, but also following your passions, their creativity, their fire, their passion. But they're also a lot of work. And in the 9 of clubs in particular, it's a lot of work. You can see how worn out he is. He's doing it. He's getting the job done. But he is tired. I feel like you've had a lot of work. You've done a lot. You've had a lot on you, Gemini. And you're bringing that with you. That exhaustion a little bit is coming along with you. You're stepping out of your immediate situation. So another major arcana. It's our 18th. It's... we've got this, like, it's funny that we're just coming out of this lunar eclipse. So this is this lunar eclipse that we're coming out of that's still having its pull on us that I mentioned. I think it might be the only solar eclipse, because it shows a solar eclipse. Because there's a lunar eclipse in the 8 of Cups card. Shows a lunar eclipse. This is I think it's the only solar eclipse in the tarot deck, but the sun is eclipsed. Everything's dark and the path is hidden. The ways are unknown. Secrets have been kept from you. That's what the moon is. That's what the moon card is. And that's what this solar eclipse that we've come out of at the end of September, early October, is still. We had 2 eclipses, a solar and a lunar eclipse. And you've got them both here in your reading. And so it's having that pull on you. And like I said, wanting truths to be revealed. And week now, that's your immediate past. This is the week the truth will be revealed. So in your crown, in your ideal, what's crowning you up here. So knights bring action. Cups are creativity, love, emotion, connection. So I think you want to be like the Knight of Cups this week. This could be a person coming in, and you're ideally this week that you're hoping for an offer, a connection, something to happen with this Knight of Cups person. And court cards often are people in our lives. So if this is a person in your life, it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in your life that's trying to make an emotional connect, that you're wanting to emotionally connect with, or start something with, or have a closer relationship with. That could be that. But also being up here in your crowning section, it could indicate to you, with what's happening with you this week, with the communication and your focus on honest and authentic, clear communication that's real, that would be Cups. I mean, communication is swords, but if you want it real, you want the emotion. You don't want no more, what do you call light chat, dinner table talk, or I'm trying to think of the idiom, but anyway, that is your ideal, I think, is to be more like this Knight of Cups, connecting in a real emotionally authentic way with people and making connection. But like I said, it could be somebody also that you're hoping. But your hopes are over here. This is what's crowning you up here. So I'm feeling like it's more how you're needing to be. Connecting on a deeper, more emotional level. Not that surface level. And so you're stepping into a Knight of Wands situation in your meeting about the 15th, mid-month. And that is also the time, I said mid-month, is when you should pursue social media, creative launches, tech upgrades. And so you are stepping into that with this Knight of Wands. That's what that is. This is following your passion, starting that YouTube channel, doing that, passion project, or whatever that is. That's what this and Knights are action. And so you're going to be stepping into that. It can also, like I said, indicate a person that's going to be stepping into your life that fits the Knight of Wands category. Would be a younger adult, fairly well established, very take action kind of a person with a lot of creativity, a lot of passion. Could be an Aries, Leo, or Sag, if it's Wands, because that's our fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. In your new future, right around October 15th. So you, in your environment, Gemini, are feeling the 8 is equated with strength. You also have the 8 major arcana in your spread up here in your hopes and section. And I think this is why it's there, because you're calling all these things, all this darkness, all these secrets, all these old ways of thinking. You're looking at things differently now, and you're calling things into perspective. And it takes strength to walk away from old relationships, things you felt very passionately about. There's 8 full cups, and he's turning his back and he's walking away. This often indicates a need to walk away from addictions, from things that are just no longer serving you, holding you down, but that you really cared about at one time. Like walking away from a marriage, walking away from a long friendship, walking away from, whatever. That's this 8 of Cups card. And so if you're wanting emotional honesty and truths are coming out that you didn't even realize before, which are making you change your perspective, you're going to be walking away from stuff like that this week, Gemini. Your environment's going to hand you this opportunity, this 2 of Wands, fork in the road, a choice to be made, something like that. And you're going to have an opportunity, I think, for travel or where you live, changing your living environment, perhaps, possibly a change of work or career, but I more like a change of following your passion in a different direction is what's being offered to you this week in your environment. So your hopes, the strength card, the 8th major arcana, she is strength. And it's not strength of power, like overpowering through brute force or intimidation or anything. It's strength of pure stepping into yourself, and that sheer will that comes with that. She's just smiling and gently petting this lion and getting him to open his mouth for her and calming him with her sheer strength of will and self. And so that's what you're hoping for. Your final card and your final outcome is this 6 of Wands card, which is, it's beautiful. It's coming back into balance. It's right after 5. So your 5s are always off kilter. And so you're coming back into balance, and you're experiencing some success and some accolades and some trying. You're gonna feel a little triumphant and happy in what you're doing. And nice spread, Gemini. Now I wonder what this confirmation card could be. It could be more wands. Something to do with these different wands. It could be clarifier. Oh boy, tough to say. You're looking at things from a whole new perspective. So it could be one of the later major arcana that you're also going to have to deal with, like the Tower card or Judgment or any of those. It could be some of those. Interesting. To get to the 6, you got to get through the 5. So I wonder if it could be a 5 of some type warning you of what you're going to have to also experience. But let's see what it is. And it's a symbol of, okay, this makes so much sense too. So I know on camera the holographic is hard to see, so I'll project the regular image right here. But the 4 of Cups is a card. It can mean it can mean a few things. It can mean a warning to appreciate what you have. He's sitting there under the tree. He's got 3 full cups, and the heavens are literally offering him another cup, and he's sitting there going, So it can mean one of 2 things. Well, it can mean other things as well, but in most of the time, I believe it's either sometimes it's a warning about not appreciating what's being offered to you, and that you have to appreciate what's being offered to you. But in the light of your spread, in this Knight of Cups here, and walking away from this 8 of Cups, and where you are in your journey, and this being only the 4 of Cups, it's only a 4. It's yes, stability, but you deserve more. You're at the point where you deserve more, and you're asking for more, and you're getting more. And so this is a card that says don't settle. Don't settle for just 4 cups when you have the strength to walk away from 8, and eventually your outcome is going to be beautiful, all 10 of Cups. So yeah, you're going to be doing some more of this, looking at things and going, that's not enough. That's not good enough. All right, Gemini, thank you for being with me. I hope you visit back next week. Hit that subscribe button. I'm really trying to get my subscribership. Hit like. Do check out my scariest cards in the tarot video and smash that Lotus Blossom to subscribe also. You can subscribe there. Thank you so much. Have a blessed week. We'll talk to you soon.